It's 2023. It's 2023.
Question, tell me what you think about me. I got my own.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you are what? I am so glad that you are all here. Welcome to a new year. Well, happy new year, I should say. Happy new year. It's 2023. It's 2023. Wishing you all a good start to the year. Hope you are all well. Time for one of my favorite videos, and I only get to do it once a year. This is one of my favorite videos to film and to do. It is my reacting to my insert year here vision board. So today we are going to be reacting to my 22 vision board. If you watched my other videos like this, you will know that I don't know how many I've done actually. Maybe I've done 2 of these or 1 of these, I don't know, maybe 2 of these. It's more than me just reacting to that. Usually I will make my 2023 or oh my god, usually I would make my next year's vision board as well with you guys, and kind of just like reflect on the year. I also do make these little, like, what are these called, little manifestations as well, and I put them all in here and then we see what else comes out as well, because I feel like a vision board can be a little bit like there's only a certain amount that you can fit on a vision board. But yeah, I make mine digitally, mostly because the printer in my house never works. So, and we don't really get like the magazines and that these days, like that's just not really a thing these days, I feel like, and I don't really go out and buy them. So digital it is. I don't mind. I don't think you have to make a physical manifestation for things to physically come true. But anyway, yeah, I went into this year, I kind of spoke about this in my recent Get Ready With Me, but I went into this year like with a lot of energy, like very excited for a new beginning. Yeah, it was very it was very flat. It was a very flat year, so I don't know how much stuff on my vision board actually would have come true, or how much stuff in here would have come true. But you know, another thing, I did find out that the way I had been manifesting this whole entire time is just like not for me. It's wrong for me and my makeup and stuff like that. Again, if you watched that Get Ready With Me, I spoke about it in there, so sorry if I am repeating myself. But basically, I always, you know how people tell you like to manifest you should be really specific about what you want and be really detailed and all these different things, which I don't think I necessarily struggled with, but sometimes I'm like, I don't really know exactly what I want. I just know that how it makes me feel. I just know that it's an essence of what I want, but I don't know if that exact thing is going to bring me happiness. So yeah, this year I found out that I actually am a non-specific manifestor. So I should be less specific when I'm manifesting. So I'm definitely going to approach the next year and my vision board creation for this year, I should say, for this year, a lot differently. I think what we should do, we should go in the vision board and then we can pick one of these. This is kind of what I did last time. There's a lot of stuff in here and there's not a lot of stuff I see on this visual, so I'm excited to see what's going on. Right, so the first thing I see is this picture that's like me blessings. You know, I was ready to receive all these damn blessings that I was told I was getting. I was ready with open arms to receive it. You know, I do think I've definitely been in more of a receiving, or a receiving energy this year. It just sounds a little bit weird. maybe it's just my mind, but it sounds a little bit weird. But anyway, yeah, I do think I've been a lot more open to like people giving me things or doing things for me. Like usually it would make me feel a bit like, it still does slightly make me feel a bit like sometimes, but I've been more like open to receiving certain things that I need, because I feel like I've worked on the part of myself that kind of like was like, you know, you have to give to receive, which obviously you do, there is a balance to it, but as someone who's already basically a giver, like I don't need to work on that part of myself anymore. Now I need to work on the part of myself that is like me. I need some of that Leo energy, you know, that me energy. So I do feel like I have worked on that part of myself a little bit more. Let's see this one because it's like poking up at me. So this one says go on a solo car journey, which is also on my vision board. Here it's got this girl driving. We did that. I did that video. What video was it? doing things I'm afraid to do alone, that video. I actually really enjoyed that video. There I did my solo car journey. I don't know if I've driven alone since then. I might have driven alone like once or twice since then. I don't have my own car, so let's do another one of these. Oh, here we go. What I just said at the beginning of this video where I was talking about the me blessings picture here. Be more open to receiving help. Yeah, so I do feel like, actually, am I just being harsh to myself? Because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, was I really open to receiving help? Not really. I'm so like sensitive to criticism. Even if it's not people who I know are going to necessarily criticize me, but I'm so sensitive to things, especially the more I care about it, the more I'm just like, ah. So I think I could definitely work on that again this year, you know, just being a little bit more open to options, being a little bit more open to help from people as well. Definitely something I still need to work on. So so here on my vision board, we've got share and state a positive affirmation, and it says, oh, something tickled me. I'm surrounded by supportive, positive people who believe in me and want to see me succeed. We definitely say so. I mean, like, my parents really do believe in me. They want me to succeed. One of my closest friends, Georgina, who you've probably seen on this channel, she is like such a big cheerleader for me. And I mean, guys, if you ever need a cheerleader in your life, get yourself a Leo, because they are the biggest cheerleaders for other people. Like, they'll really just big up their friends and stuff like that. Like, they're really good at that. So yeah, I do feel like I felt very supportive, like my family supporting me, and just like people around me like reassuring me in like in ways of like, I really enjoyed that video that you did, or I watched that video and I really whatever took this. Like, I can tell that they genuinely watched the video and they didn't just like, you know, click on it and then just do whatever. Not that I cared that much, like my content isn't necessarily for people in my life because I mostly have different interests than them, so I don't mind that, but I do appreciate that people in my life are like supportive of me in that way, and like, you know, will watch my content, will share my content, will just generally give me affirmations and about what I do and what I like to do. So I like that. So I think I have felt that level of support this year actually. Oh, so this one says girls trip to London during Christmas season. This is something I really wanted to do. I don't know if this is gonna be, I'm actually filming this, little secret, I'm so sorry, but I was lying. I'm filming this a little bit before 2022 finishes, so I don't know if this is going to 100% happen. I mean, there's still a possibility it could happen, but the likelihood of it is like quite small.
If you saw my most recent vlog, you would have seen that I actually did end up going to London during the Christmas season. It was me and my sister. I tagged along on one of her trips, and I didn't show it in the vlog, but we ended up going to Selfridges and looking at the Christmas decorations. So I'm going to count this one as a win.
So have vision planning and social media detox days. Ooh, vision planning and social media detox days. Yeah, I think I have actually. I've definitely been, I feel like
like she's bringing out the book again. Oh my god, she's bringing out the damn book again.
This book here, little manifestation book. Let me see, I'm gonna find stuff from 2022, see how much I've done. I actually wrote all of my goals and desires for 2022 in here, and then I did like a little mind map type thing. I quite like these, so I might do another one for 2023. There we go. This was a summer page for 2022. I like to like create a new board midway through the year, because I do think your focus kind of changes as the time goes on, and it's good to kind of like reaffirm things that you really want to do and maybe add some couple of things in that you want to do before the end of the year. So this was for summertime, and here I really did try to like cut and stick and draw and like be a little bit more creative in that way, like physically creative. I could say that I have also had quite a, I wouldn't say I've like nominated days to be social media detox day, sorry, but like for example today, where I'm like doing a lot of filming and stuff like that, I haven't been on my phone like at all. Like I have there are days where I just don't really go on my phone, or I'm not really fussed about stuff like that. So yeah. We have be present. I've really tried to be more present this year, definitely. I got into meditation. I kind of fell off a little bit now actually, but I did try to meditate a little bit more, and which we also do have on here. Meditation is the journey from sound to silence, from movement to stillness, from a limited identity to unlimited space, which is quite nice. So yeah, I have tried to be more present this year, like especially when I'm in the moment with people, like with my friends or something like that. I'm not really someone who goes on my phone that much anyway, so it's not that challenging for me in that way. But I would just say, like, as I've kind of been more in a reminiscent or reflective mode sometimes throughout this year, like looking back at my childhood, now I'm like a lot more like, stay present, you know, enjoy this moment right now, and don't think about too far about the future or what you could be doing or where you should be instead. Like, just savor this moment for whatever it is. That kind of mindset has really been, you know, grounding me this year. And then we also do have the word grateful, and yeah, I've definitely been doing a lot of gratitude lists, like really trying to think about the positives in my life, have a better outlook on things that are happening, especially when I do get in my like overthinking and like quite negative mindsets, which I can kind of slip into sometimes. So yeah, that's really been helping me actually. Let's do some more of these. I used scheduling and planning to stay consistent, work smarter, and become more successful. I would say so. I have been finding, I think I'm still kind of figuring out what kind of scheduling / planning routine or style works for me still. I mean, I do have a Pisces 6th house, so I think that's just going to be a challenge throughout my whole life. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to put a negative note on it or say like it's a limitation on it, but I do think that that's just going to be something that I'm never really 100% consistent with, even if that is just me kind of going through different styles of planning that suits me. I have got into Notion, which again, if you guys are on my channel a lot, then you know that that's been one of my interests of mine, and I've really been enjoying that in terms of like helping with my creativity. And my consistency has struggled, but I think that's because there was another lesson to learn in that. It's not about being more consistent for me, it's just about, you know, not forcing myself to do things that I don't necessarily want to do, because a lot of the time on social media, especially if you're trying to create something on social media or build a following on social media, you know, like a lot of people are like consistency, which yes, it is great, but also it's just like, it's not, for me anyway, it's just not, it's not like it's not possible, but it's just like, no. I'm just like, no, I just don't want to, like, no. You know. And since I slowed down, I've been enjoying my creating again, and that's all that matters really. As a creator, that's all that matters. It's about the process of creating, and we shouldn't be forced to like pump out things just because people want that, or that's what social media tells us or the internet tells us is the right thing to do. It's not human, you know. Creation is beautiful. It takes the time. Like, think about the way you carry a child for 9 months, the process of creation. Like, there is no way to rush that process, and everyone is very accepting of that and is very like, oh yeah, that's natural, like you carry a child for 9 months and da 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 da. But when it comes, or approximately 9 months anyway, but when it comes to like any other area of like working and stuff like that, it's like you just want to keep pumping it out and going and going and going. It's like, that's not actually natural, that's not normal. Like, life is for living, in my opinion, not for just pumping out stuff or working endlessly. Right, this year I spent more time in nature. No, I would say I'm quite disappointed in myself, because there were times where I should have been more in nature, but I just wasn't. Like, either it was just like there was an excuse like, oh, it's too far away. I definitely could have more. Let me just say that I could have more. But oh, actually that's a lie. Technically not in nature, but I have gone on quite a few walks around my area and stuff like that, like by myself, just to kind of like clear my head, get rid of some excess energy and stuff like that, to be honest. So now I'm thinking about it, I think I did decent on that. I think it was something that wasn't really like in my head as like, oh, let's go spend time in nature, but it was like get some fresh air and go out for a walk and like that type of stuff. So for this picture over here, it says prioritizing me time, surrounding myself with genuine love and happiness, minding my business, and me. Oh no, it says me, sorry. Removing distractions, strategically planning my goals, envisioning the life I want and going after it. I feel like I did all of those things actually. Definitely prioritize me time, 100%. Surrounding myself with genuine love and happiness, 100%. Minding my business, 200%, I was gonna say. 100%. Like so many times people want to say stuff to me and I'm like, I don't. And I don't mean like about their life, but like, you know, talking rubbish about someone else's life, or, you know, people like to gossip, which, you know, I like a good gossip too, but this year I've just been like, I don't care. It really just has nothing to do with me. My energy is elsewhere. I'm just like in my own world at the moment, you know, and it feels nice. It feels great. Strategically planning my goals, definitely, and envisioning the life I want, and when do I not. But anyway, this year I used meditation as a way to stay grounded and connected to higher wisdom. I have definitely tried to meditate more this year. There was a part in my time part in 2022 where I was like properly like doing it almost every single night actually, and yeah, it was pretty good. Maybe I should get back into it. I feel like I'm just a little bit elsewhere at the moment, but I feel like definitely will, you know, flow back into that probably this year as well in 2023. Going with these, we've got quite a few left. Grow your confidence when going to the gym. Remember that again in that video that I did, what was it? How did I forget the name already? Doing things I'm afraid to do alone. I went to the gym in that video. I've realized that I don't think the gym is necessarily for me really. Like, I just prefer quite a spontaneous workout, and going to the gym is not spontaneous to me. I've been doing a lot of home workouts. I've been definitely a lot more active in terms of that. Like I've been, you know, really doing my workouts when I have the energy to, and it's really great and I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it.
I didn't realise how much that sounded like sarcasm. I actually am loving it.
One thing I would say as well, I would love to use the treadmills at the gym. I think that's the only thing that I'm missing. Like I really enjoy running, and not running is like slightly sad to me. Not being able to run probably is quite sad to me. Like obviously I can't really run up and down the house, can I? But I also don't have running trainers or any trainers that I could run on a treadmill with, or something like, or even just run on the road with really. So yeah, that's kind of what's holding me back from doing that per se. But I mean, if you really wanted to, you would, but you know, like Converses and stuff like that are just not supportive for my feet. So I feel like if I had running trainers, maybe I would do that more. Have a 200-day streak on Duolingo, bitch. I got more than a 365-day, or did I get? I think so. I feel like I had like a 400-day streak or something. I definitely had a 365-day streak on Duolingo, and then it kind of got to a point where I was like, yeah, I need to stop this now. And the funny thing is, even though they say do a habit for this number of days and it will become, do this for this number of days and it will become a habit, it did not become a habit for me. I would still forget some days. Yeah, Duolingo surpassed that. I'm so proud of myself, and it gave me a great basis to like Spanish and stuff like that. And like I still enjoy learning Spanish. I've really been doing a lot of Spanish actually this year. I feel like I really want to get into like properly being a little bit more studious with it and commit to watching Spanish shows. I want to continue to expand my Spanish vocabulary, and also be able to like just speak a bit more as well. I feel like I can read it pretty like decently. I mean, I'm nowhere near the level that I could like have a full-on 10-minute conversation with someone, but I can read it better than I can speak it, and I can, yeah, and I can't really understand when I listen to it that much. So the speaking and the listening definitely need to do a little bit better at that. Oh yeah, on my vision board I said, in English we say shut the fuck up, but in Spanish we say cierra la boca puta, which translates to shut your bitch mouth. And I think that's beautiful. Just love that. I feel like that was a great way to add that little Spanish tie in there. Okay, so this one says, I value and cultivate the friendships I have in my life in 2022, building trust and closer connections. Yeah, I have. I feel like I've really honed in on the people that in my life that have always given me, or for most part have always given me like 100%, especially this year. Like, these people are here to stay, I think, and I really appreciate that. Like, I haven't, there's quite a few times, and I think again I'm probably going to write it on this vision board again, that I'm like, I want to meet some new people. I do want to do that, but I feel like any new people I've kind of met haven't been 100% my people yet, you know. But I am like very grateful for the ones that are currently in my life. This one says, go on a date with someone I like. Yeah, did not happen. Did not happen. Go to my in-person graduation. And we've got this girl up here throwing up a graduation hat. Yes, I did do this. Very proud of myself. Definitely slightly anticlimactic, I feel like it was very quick. It was just me, my mum and my dad who went, and yeah, it was cute. This year I went to Mexico with my cousin and sister. Hell to the yeah, to the yeah, yeah, here we have Mexico. 3 black women, and I put Mexico over it, and that was us, 3 black women in Mexico. Jokes. I actually filmed a vlog if you guys want to watch that, in Mexico. But yeah, we went to Mexico. It was a good time. It was a great time. I feel like we didn't really fully experience like Mexico because we went to Cancun and we stayed in an all-inclusive hotel, and I feel like that's not like, I feel like I still don't know Mexico, do you know what I mean? Like, I still don't, I could have been anywhere in the world slightly, but apart from that, it was a great holiday. It was a great time. Say yes to something you would usually say no to. I can't think of something that I would usually say no to, but I feel like I have been, I'm slowly descending back into my like no era, my no mood. But I feel like sometimes I'm like, ugh, I don't really want to, but I'm going to, you know, and I haven't regretted doing that thing yet. I went on a solo trip abroad. I did not go on a solo trip abroad. I feel like I put it there in case. I mean, it's something I wanted to do. It's on my vision board as well. I still want to go on a solo trip, and one of the places I wanted to go solo trip to was actually Amsterdam, but I'm going to Amsterdam for my birthday now, so, and it's not solo. I don't know, maybe we'll have to do that maybe this year. I don't know. I'm not forcing anything, you know, like I feel so, like, I don't really know this year. I'm just like, it will be what it will be, do you know what I mean? I finished reading 3 different books. I feel like that was probably a really hard thing for me to say back then, but yes, I did finish. Hello? Yes, I did finish reading 3 different books. Yay! Just about, bitch. As in, like, the 3 books I've actually finished reading were Ain't I a Woman? That book that I always forget the name of, but I would probably put it on screen if I remember. The Midnight Library, and I'm currently reading the Atlas 6, which I've nearly finished, but I haven't quite finished. I feel super chilled about not really achieving some of these right now, because I'm just like, eh. Plus I've always, I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I've always had a really great feeling about my 25th year of life. I've just always had a really good feeling about my 25th year. So I'm interested to see what happens this year. I'm very interested to see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and make my vision board for 2023. I'm going to create some more of these so that we can go through them next year. And like I said, because I found out that I was a non-specific manifestor, I'm definitely going to approach my vision board a little bit differently this year. I think I'm going to do a little bit more like focus on emotions, like the way it makes me feel, and like more abstract ideas. I definitely want to see, this is the way that I'm kind of like being non-specific, is that I'm saying I want to diversify my reading. So I'm not saying what type of books I want to read. I'm not saying I want to read this X amount of books, but I do want to diversify my reading. This year I focused a lot on fiction books because that's something that I just hadn't really had the time since I was in like, or hadn't given myself the time, I should say, since I was in like secondary school to really get into. So I'm still enjoying my fiction books, but I would love to maybe diversify my reading by like reading more maybe self-help books, self-help books, maybe like spirituality based books, books by black authors or authors by around the world, you know, different kind of books like that. And I want to also challenge myself creatively, so focusing less on perfection and just like you know, just getting an idea and like doing it, rather than being like, okay, well, I need space for this, this and this, and then like trying to plan everything out. I want to find some this is really random, but I've been listening to like DJs on TikTok. I'm like, I would love to find like my DJ, or like a DJ that, like, I didn't think about the fact that people travel around the world to see certain DJs. I'm like, I would love to do that. I would love that to, like, that for me. I would love for that to be like one of my things. And also, again, I purposely put this in, like, I'm surprised it was not in this one. But meet some new people with shared interests and who I can feel like being my authentic self with. Those are kind of like some of the ideas that I have in terms of my 2023 goals or manifestations. I'm gonna go ahead and create the vision board now, or create a vision board for 2023, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys.
So you already know what's up. We're heading straight to Pinterest to get the photos that we need, the cute aesthetic photos that we need to make this 2023 vision board. In 2022, I actually had the idea to pre-save like things that were inspiring to me into like a 2023 vision board, so that I could spend less time searching for pictures when it came down to it. I see one of my main focuses this year really being about cultivating the person that I want to be in the future, like the woman that I want to be in the future, and really putting in place the kind of habits and routines and attitudes that that woman would have. Because you don't get there just by like saying that that's what you want to be, or that's who I'm going to be. You get there by actually doing the things that that person would do. So at some point I'm gonna have to start doing those things, whether it feels like quite tiresome right now or not. But yeah, I also wanted to go for a bit more of a moodier look this year as well in my vision board creation. So I feel like it's a little bit darker than last year. I don't know, maybe it's not. But that was where my headspace was at. Some of the images on there are literally just to kind of inspire me or invoke a specific feeling in me. For example, the image with the water and the moon, that whenever I look at that image, it really makes me feel so calm, and I was like, yeah, this needs to be on my vision board somehow. So I'm gonna keep going on this, and I will come back and show you the finished product.
Couple figures, kill a skull to collect. She fuck a nigga, then she on to the next. Really living large, she ain't all with a Mac. When you niggas thinking small in the mall with a rat.
So here is my vision board for 2023. Take a good look at it. Get it all in. I will be going through this and examining this in 2024. That's crazy to say, but in 2024 we're going to be looking at this, and you know, I'll be reacting to this as well. Maybe one day we will actually, like, imagine if we actually fully hit every single thing on our vision board. That would be like, let me see how many things I hit this year. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 out of 13 14 no, 13 14 15. So 12 out of 15 things on my vision board I hit, I would say. I'm just gonna say that for last year. So I mean, sorry, for 2022. So let's see how many things we can hit for 2023. I'm excited. What are your top 3 goals or manifestations for this year? So guys, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Thank you again for watching. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.
Tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own ring. Only ring so silly when